Alright, so here's the servos that I pulled from the old arm. I already have the shoulder servo mounted, so we should be good. Have enough. These are our frame pieces. I already had put some of them together. This one has to be modified to make clearance for the rotation of the... Oh, I think just the installation of the elbow, the U piece. And that'll be evident once we get this going here. So, let's see. I'm going to do this a mirror image of the other arm. So I'll have to kind of keep that in mind as I go. Which means if I wanted to make it look the same, but a mirror image, then I'd probably have to redo this. Because I had this set up for the right. So we'll switch it over to this side. Actually, I'm going to take this apart and do that. So let's start there. So I'll switch this over to the other side. We're going to be putting together the left arm. So we'll switch these over. That one can stay there. It's a pretty tight fit, so I think I'll have to use the screwdriver to get them out. Oh no, that's not going to stay there. I was thinking they shared a spot, but they don't. I think what makes these holes a little bit tight is just the paint that was put on them. Kind of fills up the hole a little bit. Doesn't make them. Otherwise, they should just slide right through like that. Once you kind of break up the paint a little bit, it's easier. Okay, so we got that. And let's see, we used the short end down here. There's a short side and a long side, and I use the short side for this. So this is the connector that will hook to the shoulder servo on the left arm. I really like is to use lock nuts. I just don't currently have any. So what I'll probably do is go back with like a clear nail polish or some type of, Loctite and paint that on the screw so that the nut doesn't back off. I'm going to get in some more lock nuts to make this better, but this will work fine for now. trying to get an angle so you can see what I'm doing at the same time, but sometimes I just gotta get my hands in the way. Okay, where are we? This one? And I think the bottom one. There. That's good and solid. And then on the outside, so this will go this way. And since the old arm, the old design, this one here, didn't really use any screws or bolts of any kind to hold the servos in, they were sandwiched into the body. They just slid in there and friction really held them into place. These were not really there to hold the servos in place, but they helped. They were to solidify the strength of the body that the servos went into. Just because I had to have an open end on one side, so they kind of flexed. So that's what these were for. These didn't really hold things in. But since I don't have the screws, I'm going to have to get some. These are maybe a little bit long for the job, but I've got several of them, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. That's not too bad. So just start these up. And this particular servo is going to be for the rotation of the arm. So you've got a shoulder that moves the arm up and down, and then you have this for rotational movement of the arm, this servo, and then the one after this will be the elbow. That's what I'll do after this one. Sometimes they just don't want to go on right away. Sometimes an easier way of getting these screws on, or getting the nuts on, is to actually hold them with pliers or a wrench or something like that. And just kind of come at it from both sides. Sometimes your big fat fingers just aren't precise enough. Meat sticks aren't the most precise tools for small work. So you gotta kind of use a tool with them. Now, for these arms, I'm probably just going to keep the grippers that I had on the other arm for now. I want to make some better ones. Where is that? Let's see. So this is the old gripper. And it works great. It's going to do the job for now. I want it to be a little bit more, I don't know, streamlined, elegant, more precise. But for now, that'll do. I'll probably put that at the end of the arms for now. I've got plenty of other things to do for Grover before I have to worry about that. I've got a lot of other things to set up software-wise. And, I'm simplifying the microcontroller boards. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 microcontroller Arduinos for that robot, and I really want to reduce it down to just one. Just 1 mega for the whole thing, and have that communicate with the Raspberry Pi 4. And I think that's probably the way it's going to work. We'll have to restructure it, and we won't be able to use like typical Arduino sketches. We'll have to install upload Fermata Sketch into the Arduino, which basically just gives Raspberry Pi the full control of the Arduino's pins, which is fine. It's just a different way of going about things. All right, so for this, we'll have this will go on here like that. So this will hook on the shoulder. This will rotate the arm. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I'm gonna get a basic. Okay, that's actually really good. It's pretty much right at 90 degrees, which is nice. I think these were probably stopped at 90, so we should be pretty good. But all right, and before we do anything else, we want to make sure that we have that screw in. That's going to hold it in place. I've done this before, where I've put together stuff, and I forgot to put that horn screw in there, and the whole thing came apart. But I had to disassemble everything after it because this is trapped inside. You can't get to it. But this should be good. Now we're going to work on this part. This is going to go in here like this, and I need to go get a part, put it here on the other side of the shop. 1 second, I'll be right